Welcome to Golf Tips. My name's Trevor Moore, teaching professional with the Advantage Golf Academy, located at Cottonwood Coulee Golf Course. We're going to take you to the next 5 weeks through what I call my 5 fundamental keys. 5 full swing keys I want you to work on, not only daily, but incorporate into your warm-up routine. Consider them each and every time you get out to practice. These 5 fundamental keys will make you a far more balanced player when it comes to swinging the golf club. Today, we're going to start with fundamental number 1. The grip. When it comes to the grip, few simple keys we want to look at today. Today, I want to get you getting the club more in your fingers and less in your palm. We see far too many players getting that golf club into the palm of their hands when they're holding it. That club should be far more based in the fingertips when we hold it. Same holds true for the right hand. People tend to get it in the palm and get the hand wrapped right around. We want that club very much in the fingertips when we have ourselves set up. So taking the club from the palm and moving it to the fingertips just gets a position of the club where you can create or cultivate a little bit more wrist activity, which is good throughout the entire golf swing. It'll also, in the long run, help you reduce grip pressure because you're applying appropriate pressure on the club with your fingers rather than squeezing it like crazy and wedging it against the palm. So getting it in the fingertips. One simple checkpoint for this: underneath the golf club. If we look at our hands, we have 2 sets of knuckles. The first being the knocking knuckles, the knuckles we would use to knock on a window or a door. The other ones I like to call the punching knuckles, the big ones up top. The key being the knocking knuckles on both hands should be reasonably lined up. If we have the club in our palm, the tendency is to have the hands boxed out, and you're going to see a box look here where boxing knuckles are lining up with the knocking knuckles and vice versa on both hands. That's the wrong picture, that's the right picture. And we'll show it what it looks like on a golf club. So if I get the club more in my fingers, we look underneath, we're gonna see the knocking knuckles are reasonably lined up. The common mistake we see when we're palming the golf club is that boxed look, where all 4 sets of knuckles really box or frame out. That tells me the club is far too much in the palms. So from the underside, look at trying to get the knocking knuckles more in a line. From the top side, there's a couple keys we can look at as well, very specifically with the bottom hand or the right hand as a right player. When we get set up, we should have a V formed by our thumb and first finger, and that V should point up towards our chin. The key for a lot of people is if it's in the fingers, it creates a nice, neat, clean V. If I drop it down towards the palm, we start to see it round out. It gets really sort of cloudy. It looks more like an O or a U around the golf shaft. That tells me the hand is palming the golf club. Okay? If I get the club in the fingers, it creates a much longer V. So when it comes to the next time you get to the driving range of the golf course, have a look at your grip, use a couple of my checkpoints. Let's get fundamental key number 1 out of the way: grip. Get the club more in the fingers. You'll cultivate more wrist activity, which is going to lead to better control, more efficiency and power in the golf swing down the road. See you next week for fundamental number 2.